all must see the change your demise has wrought.
We offer you our manes, the symbol of our valor, as you were the valor of the Isles.
Our skulls shall be bare till a new king sits upon Skellige's throne.
Let's drink to Bran of Clan Twyrsach.
Let's drink to Clan Create that's taken on the burden of this farewell.
Greetings.
Smooth seas this morn, as if the gods themselves were paying their respects to the great King Bran.
You a tailor?
I am. Only one in the Isles, most like.
Gladly look at what you got.
Wise man. No common rags among my wares.
Take it you're good with scissors. Give me a haircut.
Tain't something I usually do, but it wouldn't be right to turn down a traveler.
So long.
Beware the bandits that lurk in the highlands.
Uh-oh.
Outlanders are welcome to try too. Glory and honor range every which where.
Who's that oddball?
This has gotta be Yen's room. She always did like space and luxury. No idea how she managed to bring so much clothing. Must have hired out a galleon. As usual, black and white. Right. Just not something I'd ever wear. But what don't we do for our... Who exactly is she to me? Her megascope? Guess she never goes anywhere without it. As Philippa Eilhart said, megascopes and toothbrushes. Deeply personal possessions.
Haven't seen a Continental here in a
Vagrant.
long while. Got me eye on you.
Let us pay homage to
Lady
Bran of
Yennefer.
Clan Twyrsach.
So
May our
pleased you've come
horns
to pay
echo
respects
midst the
to my
cliffs
dead
and peaks.
husband.
I knew King
On my
Bran well.
mark,
His passing is
blow!
the Isle's great loss.
It is. We must do all we can to minimize its
Blackhand's
tragic
haul and loot
consequences.
was so...
Bran was a great ruler.
He needs a worthy successor.
You speak as though you have someone in mind.
Skellige's troubles very much derive from it not being a hereditary monarchy. Any upstart can be king and destroy his predecessor's legacy.
The King of the Isles is a more symbolic position.
That should change as well. A strong leader who wields true power. That is what the times require.
I'm Geralt, a witcher.
Birna, Queen of Skellige. I'm glad we've met, but you must forgive me. Duty calls.
I can see you chose your own outfit. You know, of course, that together we look about as good as lace frills on a battle axe.
Everyone's got their style. We should mingle before they all get drunk. There'll be no talking to anyone then.
Good thinking. I don't know what Krach wants, but when we meet with him, we should have clear minds.
I'm not gonna drink. Why dull my senses when I'm in such pleasant company?
Do you plan to compliment me all evening?
I plan to tell you what I think.
They light lanterns on the rocks, then loot the wrecked ships.
So, what have you brought for the farewell feast?
Bread, sheep's milk cheese.
Our wagon's full of loot we ripped from the Black Ones.
We've also wine from the temples of military.
All those years. I actually wondered what you'd look like.
And disappointed?
You've not changed at all.
Expect me to?
Last night was...
What? Could have dyed my hair black? The Black Wolf. How's that sound?
People change. Men go bald.
Lady Yennefer. Sir,
Greetings, Arnvald. My companion is Geralt of Rivia.
I am honored.
Nice to meet you too. Quite a few guests.
They come to bid their king farewell. They come to see the claimants to the crown.
We wanted to talk to Croc on Crate.
The Jarl will join us shortly. He's assigned you a place of honor at the table just beside his daughter Ceres. Follow me, please.
They've seated us here.
I asked them to. Wanted to meet the notorious witcher Geralt.
We've met. Don't remember?
That was ages ago. Yalmer and I were children when you last visited Orda. But you should meet your feast mates. Allow me the dubious honor. That's Halbjorn, son of Holger Blackhand. Blue Boy Lugus, Madman Lugus' firstborn. And choking down a stockfish over there is Otric on Hindar.
Seems they set us with the sons of Jarls, exclusively.
Ceres on Crate is the daughter of a Jarl, Geralt. Jarl's daughters are in no way inferior to their sons.
Do you know every last one of them dreams of being Bran's successor? Look at him. Likely lot.
Ceres is jealous, for the one among us who performs the greatest feat will be crowned king.
We all know the feats are a sideshow. Our fathers will choose who will wear the crown. What do you think they spoke to Crack about?
You talk like that because you're short of strength and skill. Hey, remember when Hjalmar challenged us all to a race up the mount? You didn't stand with us then. As he buried his axe in that stump at the top to mark his victory, you were warming your chicken bones by the fire.
Had my reasons for not participating. But I would have won then, as I'd win now.
Now that you mention him, just noticed Hjalmar's not here.
My brother walks his own paths. But about the race, why don't we repeat it? I'm willing to challenge any of you, Witcher included. If I beat him to the top, venture to say that'd be a feat, eh? So you in?
If the Witcher's in.
Geralt?
Honored to be asked, but maybe some other time.
Shame. Enough of the natter and let's drink.
Can't today, for good reason, believe me.
Well, if not today, then when?
You've been great company. Sadly, it's time we moved on.
Really?
Indeed. We must talk, but not here. You shall learn all beyond that door. Allow me to introduce Geralt of Rivia, a Witcher. Geralt, Jarl Donar and Hinder, and Jarl Madman Lugos.
Calling Lugos a madman's an insult to madmen. He's a common goat fucker.
Call me a goat fucker one more time, and I'll chop off your head, stick it on a pike, and piss down your neck hole.
Enough! Time to settle this. Here and now.
Oh, ha ha ha! Giving me a true fright right now. Shat my best trousers. Put that away before you cut yourself, you cunt.
Thought Skelliger's called a truce for feasts.
I know the hallowed customs, but Lugos ought to know that I'll not let him raid my Hindisfial bear.
You don't scare anyone, Donar. I'll be boys soon to plough your priestesses, drink from your tankard, and shit on your table. Be sure to leave a candle lit for me.
Emperor would be very pleased to hear you quarrel.
His Imperial Majesty is more than welcome to visit.
Let him sail over here. We ain't afraid of the Black Ones.
Raiding coastal villages is one thing. Total war with the Empire is another.
Awfully mouty, this one. Go stir your cauldron and pierce some boils, witch. Don't talk when you haven't got a fucking clue.
Calm down, Lugos.
No wench will teach me how to fight.
That was not my intention. Come, Geralt. I believe this discussion's run its course.
Two clans on one island. Tough to be neighbors so near each other.
A neighbor is one who lives nearby, not one who stole half your home. The Oncrate seized our lands.
In the days of Harold the Cripple. That was 3 centuries ago.
Doesn't change the fact they had no right. I'll rid Ard Skellig of Crack and his brood yet.
With Bran gone, by my count, that makes you the eldest of the Jarls.
Aye, it does. But I trust it'll not be for long.
Not like any of the others stand out, age you?
Nay, but I'll gladly pass the honor to the next in line. I've lived my fill, steeped my hand in the blood of foes, felt the warmth of the southern sun and the bite of the northern winds, the touch of women of the east and west. Now, I wish to die a death worthy of song.
What's new on Hindersfjall?
New? Lofferton lies in ruins. The garden has been devastated. And now we must deal with an Ulfheden. In short, everything's grand.
Geralt, this is Holger Blackhand, Berna, Bran's widow, and our hostess today. You've already met.
Widow? A widow's duty is to lie beside her husband.
A widow's duty is to care for the king's son.
Not by our customs, it ain't.
Your customs are barbarous.
Not our place to criticize, Yen. All peoples do things their own way.
We're talking about the self-immolation of women, not about decorating trees for Yule.
Harsh custom, but this is a harsh land. Tradition is Skellige's backbone.
People make laws, and people can change them.
Heard a lot of good things about Bran.
I will miss him sorely. I was not his first wife, but I bore him his firstborn son, and saw him off on his final journey. We lived a great many years together.
Let's move on, Yen.
High time we did as well. Come, Svanriga.
Byrne is a scheming whore. Refuses to admit her reign's ended. Bran knew how to keep her in line.
How are things on Pharaoh?
There as always. It's pissing buckets and fucking freezing.
See, you're bursting with pride.
No use cutting seal shit with honey. Pharaoh is a rock overgrown with pines, but we've no need for more.
Can't eat pine wood.
But use it to build a longship, and you'll eat your fill of what others have grown and bred, after you've taken their wenches and their gold, burned their homes to the ground. That's how Clan Dimon lives.
Bran, a great king, a great man.
May our next king be his equal.
Geralt.
All right, let's go. Got a minute? Sad when someone like Bran dies. Everyone says he was a good king.
It's not fitting to speak elsewise about the dead.
Mean you don't agree?
Bran spent his life at sea. And while he was away, old feuds flared, devouring the Isles from the inside. Folk grew furious, claiming there was no one to mediate, resolve quarrels. But then Bran would return with loot, throw a feast, let the mead flow in rivers, and everyone loved him again.
I couldn't help overhearing. Fate was unkind to your menfolk.
Widow's Isles. That's what Skellige is.
To you Continentals. War started a half year back. We've been fighting Nilfgaard for years now.
And we're not like to ever stop.
Crach's sure to see that you're cared for.
Women don't need men to care for them, Geralt.
The sorceress speaks true. We take care of ourselves. War and death are twin sisters. We've long known both.
No one mourns here. Tears we replace with vengeance. The women of Skellige are fertile, and we birth no cowards.
Your husbands died glorious deaths.
Oh, aye. Gotten captained a longship, near 36 men aboard. Raided half a dozen Nilfgaardian villages, filled his hull with captives. On the return, they came across a black fleet, 3 galleons. But our men did not flee. Instead, they drew close and boarded. Gotten chopped off an Imperial captain's head. Then they backed him against the rails. He died with a war cry on his lips.
My Hulta was a scout. Snuck into the enemy's camp. Hounds sniffed him out. When the Black Ones surrounded him, he slit his own throat, refused to let them question him.
Farewell. May your sons make port as many times as they sail out.
As the gods will it, so shall it be.
Must say I like the women of Skellige. It's as if each one would make a good sorceress.
Can't think of a single sorceress from Skellige, let alone a famous one.
Litternaid, known also as Coral. Don't you remember?
You don't say. What's that mean? The Isles are in for hard times. Speak clear.
The heart was deformed. An ill omen always.
An ill omen for me as well. Hear me. What'll become of me?
Fear not, Jarl. I'll not let you perish. I assure you. You need only follow my counsel.
I present to you Geralt of Rivia. Geralt, this is Udalric, Jarl of the Brockfer clan, from Speakerog, and his advisor Hjort.
The White Wolf,
Greetings.
If you don't mind, Yen, I'd like to ask about us. What's the future hold in store?
The one you seek, you will find. And then she will die.
So I won't meet a tall, dark stranger? I shall have to content myself with you, Geralt.
I sense the mockery in your voice, my lady. But may omens do not lie.
Gotta say, never really believed in omens and auguries.
One's belief, or lack thereof, makes no difference.
Tell him what awaits him. What you told me.
Your fates will intertwine. Yours and Udalric's. You will walk in darkness. Before you, fire and shadow.
Hear that, Geralt? Everything clear now?